First, giving honor to Yahweh, to his son Yahweh Shai, to the prophets and elders, pushing forth this truth, this gospel, to all of Israel, the hopeful elect. Israel spread out there, mixed in with the other nations, look like the other nations, but are of Israel according to the seed of their forefathers. To everybody that say Shalom. Special honors to great millstones who got this truth by, and also the men and women that's pushing forth this truth in sincerity. To everybody again, I say Shalom, Shalom, Shalom. Election night, Israel, so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Indians. You already know this has nothing to do with us, but as you look and you look upon the valley of dry bones, if you will, and you see all those dead, spiritually dead, who's going to go vote for, who's going to go cast a ballot. And it really doesn't mean a hell of being. Because once you come to this truth, this gospel, you understand that we are to put all our trust in the Most High Yahweh and His Son Yahweh Shai. There is nothing no mere man can do down here that is going to change Israel's situation here, which is at the bottom. Now, I don't want to make a long video. Go with me to Psalms 118. One 18:8. It is better to trust in Yahweh than to put confidence in man. Read that again. It is better to trust in Yahweh than to put confidence in man. Watched one video with one guy. He looked like he was Jacob, so-called Negro. And he's sitting there talking about he only sees hope in Donald Trump. That's his only way. That's his only option, how he sees it. People, I see why the Almighty refers to us as the lost sheep. I'll read 9. Psalms 118 and 9. It is better to trust in Yahweh than to put confidence in princes. Just rulers. Just with Donald Trump, Joe Biden, or anybody, even on a lower level, mayors, governors, senators. Israel, that's got nothing to do with us. Psalms 146:3. Put not your trust in princes, nor in the Son of Man, in whom there is no help. His breath goeth forth, he returneth to his earth, and that very day his thoughts perish. 5. Happy is he that hath the God of Jacob for his help, whose hope is in Yahweh, his God. We're you notice it said Jacob. This whole book, everything has to do with Jacob, the righteous seed, and then you have the cursed seed of Esau, the Edomites. But we, that nation, is supposed to put all their trust into the Most High Yahweh. That's it. That's all. Not no mere man, especially not somebody that's not of Israel. You read there in Leviticus where we're not supposed to put anybody, no brother, that's not one of our brethren, over us. Go me to Isaiah 2. Isaiah 2 and 22. Cease ye from man, whose breath is in his nostrils. For wherein is he to be accounted of? You can't put you got a lot of Israel sitting up there and going to go cast the ballot and trying to put trust in one of these candidates, one of these damn devils, and it's not going to happen. Nothing's going to change. Israel's situation, which is at the bottom, this hell that we're in, is not going to change via no mere man. We need divine intervention. The Most High Yahweh's Son, Yahweh Shai. Got to come back to His word. Go me to Jeremiah 17. Jeremiah 17:5. Thus saith Yahweh, cursed be the man that trusteth in man, and maketh flesh his arm, and whose heart departed from Yahweh. If you're sitting there like that, man, I watched you sit up there and you could just see it all as, he just saw Trump as his only, he just saw Trump as his only hope. America's done. Lady Liberty, this virgin, the virgin daughter of Babylon, is fallen. She's done. This is it. And these I feel it's gonna be a drawn out election. You ain't gonna know the winner tonight. Unless it's just a clear all around landslide victory by one of the two candidates. Again, never voted, don't plan on voting, not voting. Not voting, don't plan on voting, never voted. That's folly. That's folly for the foolish and ignorant who don't know any better. Who's putting their trust in a mere man, the end all be all, and a mere man. I seen one video back in 2016, it reoccurred as of recently, where when Trump was declared winner in 2016, it was this Edomite woman, and she was just, no! I mean, she was just like distraught, like, don't be, that's not for us, Israel. It's not, that ain't got nothing to do with us. She just all, folks are just filming her, she's all on her knees. No! Donald Trump has been declared president of it, and she's all, no! All on her knees, folks, camera, videoing her, like, look at this. Don't be like that. This ain't got nothing to do with us, man. Jeremiah 17:5. Thus saith Yahweh, cursed be the man that trusteth in man, maketh flesh his arm, and whose heart departed from Yahweh. Our trust is supposed to be in the Most High Yahweh, nobody else, not no mere man. In his right arm, Yahweh Shai, our Redeemer, the King and the Lord, the King of Kings and the Lord of Lords. Acts 5:29. Then Peter and the other apostles answered and said, who ought we to obey God rather? Forgive me, 29. Acts 5:29. Then Peter and the apostles answered and said, we ought to obey God rather than men. So even the apostles were teaching, because what the apostles was teaching, not what they were saying, but what thus saith the Almighty. I'm not sitting up here and trying to tell you what I'm saying and what I think, but what thus saith the Almighty. That's why I'm sticking with the scripts. Acts 5:29. Then Peter and the other apostles answered and said, we ought to obey God rather than men. But no trust in man. Especially not one of these damn devils. Go with me over to Matthew 10:28. Oh, sorry. It's in red, so it lets you know that it's Yahweh Shai speaking. Matthew 10:28. And fear not them which kill the body. Let me read that again. 28, Matthew 10:28. And fear not them which kill the body, but are not able to kill the soul, but rather fear him which is able to destroy both the soul and body in hell. And of course, hell being the condition of Israel, we're in hell. This whole lesson was just geared towards, hey, Israel, so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Indians. We are not to put our trust in no mere candidates, and no, especially given the times, we are supposed to be using and understanding the discernment of the times. America is free falling, okay? Despite what they're showing you on TV, despite how the masses may appear, or because they don't know what the heck is going on. I had one brother gave the example. It's like if you put a frog in a hot pot where the water's already hot, it's gonna jump up out of there. But if you put that frog in a pot of warm water and then just turn the burner on and let it warm up, that frog's gonna sit in there and cook itself and cook, boil. That's just like the sheep. They're not gonna know until it's here. It's right, right there at their door. They're not gonna know. And the men of the Most High Yahweh are doing nothing but telling you, warning you. If you think the Almighty's going to come down here and say, hey, they're getting ready to break out the chip on you guys, all right? Hey, they're going to, they may not call the chip. Hey, they may call the chip, but no, he's not going to come down here and do that, man. His mouthpiece is the prophets, and they're sending the word out there to Israel, the elect, because again, this is not for everybody. 2/3 of Israel still gonna scoff, still, want to live here in America and have America continue on in its wicked ways. This is for the elect. Come up out of it, my people. Everything I say and do, it's all for the glory and honor of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. In the name of Yahweh Shai. That's what that Bahashem. In the name of Yahweh Shai. His name is not Jesus. The Messiah worked the earth around 30 AD. Letter J didn't come into existence until 1634. Okay? With love. House.